Yeah. What's good, yo? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where, as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. Yo, I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scorpino, England representing. And as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
It was Fly's Conscious Pod, the West Coast Avenger, number one contender. Looks like we're doing the boxing version of Shaq and Kobe right now, just a two-man thing. Pause.
No
Pause.
doubt.
Let's
You know
go.
what I'm
Let's
saying?
go.
That's Contra Pie. You know, he's still elevating above the clouds, you dig. The other members will pop in a few, don't worry about it. Like they're on their way. But but first, and this is, this weekend was like a little appetizer, in comparison to what will be going on next weekend, and subsequently for like the next 6 weeks, we got some very notable boxing, and of course, like I said, and then the two big fights this weekend are both pound for pound fights of various degrees and statuses. So we'll definitely wait to get into that, and obviously we'll wait till the other guys get in though. But first, and we're gonna talk about the one card this weekend. With main event, we had Big Baby, still on his comeback, Jarrell Miller versus Lanier Pero, in there. But before we get into that main event, though, this card actually was a pretty good fucking watch. Actually, for the most part, like
what was the opener again? What was the opener in that? Can you recall?
Oh, the opener was the Indian Nishan.
Oh yeah, Nishan Dev. He got the generous stoppage.
Yeah, we did. Yes, he did. He's
not bad. I mean, he's not a bad fighter or nothing. He's a little. There's some flaws, but he's not terrible.
Hey yo, what up, LB? What's good, son?
Hey, what up?
Oh, I said this nigga looked like you think it was like a 56K, like, because this nigga was just staying there like he was buffering and shit.
Yeah, I was like, I'll fuck with these niggas real quick. I would just be like,
But me and Pilot were just talking about the Big Baby card, before we get into the previews.
Yeah, no one talked about it. I wonder what happened, but what up, Launchpad? What up?
Yeah, and that's a good thing too, because you would have thought from all the notoriety that Big Baby got from getting his hairpiece, his wig uppercutted off, which went viral every fucking way it got, even it got on fucking ESPN Ringside, which is trash on this. Yeah, but they show more wrestling on there than boxing, but. They were on there kikiing like, haha, his hair has been off and everything like that. You would have thought a viral moment would have made people like, oh, okay, let's tune in and go watch, see what Big is he gonna get his wig, is gonna get his cap peeled back again, you know what I mean? And it's just like, even before it wasn't getting it got like little to no buzz, and it was kind of crazy because Big Baby was getting all these sponsorships and getting on commercials. He was
on Breakfast Club.
Yeah, breakfast back to Breakfast Club. It was weird. Usually, when you get this type of engagement and gets attention and get all these stuff like that, you would think that people would have more eyes on your next fight, But
but I mean, people knew it wasn't no big fight though. Like,
which is true. Like,
it wasn't no big. Like, that's the thing. Like. When shit like that happens, you have to have like a significant fight afterwards. Because if you don't, it's kind of like it's like a blip on the radar. Like, okay, something's out there, but we're actually after this great white. We don't care about anything smaller than that. And
I mean,
if you give us anything smaller than that, it's like,
No, because remember Eddie said he would never work with Jarrell Miller again. Now he's side by side with him because Eddie knows there's a little bit something there, So maybe this was like a fight to see, are you, because he was there and talking about this, like what's next for him, Wilder fighting maybe, you know what I'm saying? So it was probably a situation.
I keep seeing that on Twitter.
Eddie signed him.
Yeah, no, he called him out after the fight though, but it's just weird though.
Word?
Wilder, he called out Wilder. Who else did he call it? The big, the other Big Baby, Jared Anderson.
Yeah,
who tore his bicep and is going to be out for a while. When he's about to.
Oh wow, you serious?
Yeah, I mean he was supposed to be the co-main
for. Yeah, they announced it that
Wardley and Dubois too. It's a damn shame.
And that would have been, and I'll say it's a layup, but that would have been, if you got the knockout, back on track. And now it's unfortunate. So it's not.
Yeah, no, but then watching the Big Baby fight, like first of all, I mean, Big Baby did do his best to hype up the fight because he was talking that shit. Like he was really talking that shit to Pero, it's Cuban and whatnot. And then of course, we had our little jokes in our chat, because there was a Cuban prospect that got upset. It was when Alvarez, he got upset, ridiculously upset. And, I was saying, Cuban school of boxing, still defunct and everything like that. So
yeah, I think it was like wobbly, like
he was like
he was out
there. So but he was talking that shit to Pero. I was like, okay, he's trying to hype up the fight or whatever, right? So yeah, it's just weird. Then you look over there, and it's like it's not full, like not. And this is Vegas. Usually Vegas niggas will go to Vegas to watch a fight, any fight, but this shit wasn't even full. Yeah. Like it wasn't.
So this wasn't even no Saudi Arabia. This was in Vegas.
Right in Vegas, yeah. It was in.
Because I didn't know where this fucking fight was at. I just heard about it, and it's like I know I don't want the listeners to be like, damn, like ring game, you don't even like it happens, bro. Like.
Yeah, I mean, it's big because but this, I mean, while technically it was a big fight because it had an implication because it was an eliminator. Pero is one of Eddie's prospects. It's like and he showed potential, because Pero had a lot of Florida showcase fights, so
those Orlando cards,
yeah, those Orlando cards. So it wasn't like
it was good for something.
Yeah, it was a decent fight on paper. Like basically, it was it's like a C-level fight with B-level implications. Something like somebody give or take.
Yeah, all right. So wait, because damn, was I even around when y'all talked about this?
I mean, basically, the winner solidifies himself as a top 10 heavyweight. Does that sound right, Pat? Like the winner of this fight is definitely a top 10 heavyweight type of thing.
Well, that and is in line for Usyk's WBA belt.
It progresses the plot. I mean, Usyk's not going to fight either guy, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, of course, it's not.
It's going to get them into a position to win a vacant potential.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. If Usyk is fighting random kickboxers and shit like this, the '80s, then I ain't gonna put nothing past him. I'm just saying.
Versus Big Baby.
Yeah, no, it was though. But we'll get to I'll get to the main event in just a second though. But like I said, it's surprisingly it wasn't a bad card. Like Alan Chavez though with the KO of the Year candidate, like that shit was brutal. Like he just signed the Matchroom, so it's like, oh, okay, Eddie had him up there to the showcase, and he did not disappoint. I mean, because he was beating the holy hell out of that dude, and then that left hand,
where he missed the right hook.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was brutal.
Yeah, if he hit that cleanup right hook, that shit was gonna be over. Like
Yeah, dude probably don't wake up type shit. Like that shit was crazy. The way he reacted to that left, oof.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, the ref had a nerve to still count. Like it's like, yo, what is you doing? Like, dude is clearly not, is clearly out of this world. And Maduena though, like he's a tough guy. Like I mean, he's been the distance with Steve Claggett, with Jezreel Corrales, with Keyshawn Davis. It's only in his last two fights, the guy got stopped. I mean, Oscar Duarte, had to work to stop him, and then but Chavez put him out in 3. Like he dominated and put him the fuck out of there. So that it was a good it was a good showcase. Like that's how you announce yourself, as a new contender at 135. Like that was a brutal knockout. It was because the way I thought he killed the dude, because dude was just lying there like he was at the crossroads.
Yeah,
the nigga was gone. So
yeah, it's definitely gonna be a candidate for KO of the Year type shit. Like,
yeah, absolutely though. And then of course we had another minor upset. Where Freitas Rojas loses his undefeated record as a prospect against Damian Sosa. Who after a couple of shaky opening rounds beat the holy hell out of him.
A Xander Zayas scout, by the way.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was telling Pat before, I was telling Pat whatever on the pre-prod that this guy Freitas Rojas was a highly touted. I think he fought in one of the last Showbox cards, and he looked pretty good. But he's a Samson fighter, so you know, he's a 6'2" welterweight. He's like a 19-year-old 6'2", you know, Mexican American whatever welterweight. And I just saw him on Pro Box a year or two ago, move to 154, and he got a gift. And I was like, and I saw Samson Lukowicz in this corner. And I was like, yeah, of course, that's why he got the gift, you know. It was a clear. He clearly got the gift, and I was like, so I don't know where he's been lately. So I was like, is that the same Rojas? And then, sure enough, he loses his
Yeah, I mean, he was cut. Like the body shot. Yeah, he was beating the fuck up. It was, you know.
Damn, y'all niggas ain't say lose. Y'all said beating the fuck up. Like, geez.
He was.
He was close to getting stopped, and he got a match like you know. That's regular 154 is like what, a 5'10" guy. He's that kind of size, and this guy's clearly a bigger like 6'2", you know.
Yeah, and unfortunately, another person who doesn't know how to use their height and reach effectively, and you know, allows someone to get on the inside to punish their body, and you know, you get dropped, and it's just, you know, it's a tale as old as time in boxing. Niggas that don't know how to use their.
Why that happens at 154 so much?
It's doggy dog at that weight division, man. All types.
You either know how to use your height or you don't, nigga.
Yeah. You know, you either scrap or you get scrapped. You know, that's pretty much what it is.
I'm just glad the right guy won there because, you know, this guy's, you know, he was used as supposed to be propping him up for the prospect, you know. So I'm glad they got him, you know, they got him his W. He'll be back probably, you know. Obviously.
Yeah, you know, I mean, Sosa is a good fighter. I mean, he's a good seasoned fighter, so it's not like, you know, like it could have been, you know, too much too soon for Rojas. You know, but sometimes if you can't swim, you're about to drizz on at 154. Like that's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, I ain't gonna, especially with Eddie in the matchroom. They complain about him matching his prospects, but hey, you got to win the fight. I mean, you got to win the fight.
Exactly, you got to win.
Or at least give a good account. Give a good enough account of yourself where Eddie could do a little home cooking. You know what I mean?
Because you do the top rank diet, but eventually you're gonna have to fight a guy that you're supposed to beat that you don't. You know, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna challenge you.
That you're supposed to beat and look good against.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I feel like we don't get enough. Like we don't like. I don't know. It seemed like coming up in boxing 20 years ago when dudes had these showcase fights where they were supposed to beat older former champion type shit or older former contenders or tough guys, whatever. Mm-hmm. You would get guys who would get in there and just kind of get rid of these motherfuckers, like, you know, beat their ass. Like, you know, Cotto was doing that. Mm-hmm. Even a guy like Danny Garcia was doing that.
Yeah,
like you don't see that no more, man.
Yeah, like basically they go from like the D's and C levels. And then, you know, they get a B level fighter and they just falter. Like there's no, or even a
C plus level fighter and they damn doing hiccups and shit.
It was looking like
it's weird. Like I don't know, just either the matchmaking is off or they're not. Or
these niggas just ain't good enough, bro. That's it. Yeah, I'm trying to. You can't perfectly matchmake these motherfuckers forever. Like you gotta eventually beat niggas.
Like Abdullah Mason. Like Abdullah Mason's a perfect example. Yeah, he fought some C, D levels. And, you know, I think Noakes, who's coming back soon, I think he fights this week, actually, against a bum. But either way, Sam Noakes looks like he's pretty damn good. So Mason passed the test. Because you watching that, even though we never watched Noakes, we know Noakes looks like he could beat most lightweights. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like Mason still gutted that out, though. Like, a lot of these niggas, they don't.
They don't pass it.
They either like the skills or the intangibles. Like Mason had both, but when one was faltering, like when the skills was faltering, and I say that faltering meaning like when it looked like he was trading too much.
Yeah.
You know, shit was going into Noakes' favor. Mm-hmm. Mason had the toughness kick in, sometimes these niggas. You know, it could be a part where the toughness is kicking in, and it's like, kick like the skills need to kick in, and the skills don't kick in. So,
and recent memory, another guy, even though he's older, Shushu Carrington's another one like that, where like he didn't really fight. I wanted to fight a Joet Gonzalez type fighter, and he never fought that level. You know what I'm saying? Then he got his vacant shot, and he got chinned. And, you know, he got buzzed, but he passed his test. He knocked that nigga out. And,
that's all it is, because it's like if you're supposed to be the next guy, the talent, the superstar, future, whatever, pound for pound, like you gotta win these shits. Like you gotta overcome these shits. Like, and you gotta overcome it without fuckery and shit.
Yeah, not no gift or bad stoppage. You gotta
Yeah,
earn it.
like it can't be a Hitchens Lemos type of fucking performance.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. Like I said, though, it's just. I mean, like I said, it's just more likely just probably an example of kind of the evolution of fighters and like recipes that are missing. Like certain recipes are really starting to be missing in the current generation, and
Yeah,
that's
you're
like
seeing that an awful fucking lot.
yeah, you're seeing that a lot.
A lot of recipes are getting damn lost. Like a lot of the damn cast iron skillet recipes.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the younger generation are taking that cast iron skillet and they washing it now. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It ain't in there no more now, nigga.
Yeah, and it's just a trip too. Because like I say, we watch boxing for as long as we have, and you're literally seeing this in real time now. Like some of these, like there's a lot of people that are kind of lacking either a technical foundation or an intangible or something. They don't put it all together, and so they either go from like sometimes they might get lucky and like, oh, okay, we beat these C levels and we're a champion, and then eventually they get exposed down the line type shit, or they get exposed before they even get to a championship type level, and they basically become jobbers or be put out of the sport. It's pretty brutal, But speaking of brutal though, that main event though with Big Baby and Pero, good lord. Well, I mean,
hold on, hey, what up, King P? Like. I mean, damn, like
what up, y'all?
The nigga light skin, not invisible, shit. Like, I'm like, y'all not gonna acknowledge this nigga? Like, hold on, let me just say something real quick. But
let's go.
Yeah, salute, man. I was late too, so late niggas gotta stick together. So I jumped in. These niggas was already on point. So yeah, I respect.
We was on light skin time tonight.
Yeah, niggas. No wait. little light skin fusion. They're like, yeah. So all right, but yeah, keep going. You good, my nigga. I'll be right back, but keep going.
No doubt though. But yeah, the fucking Big Baby and Pero though, because me and Pi were talking about this shit earlier though. But it looks like Big Baby might be back on something. I don't because again, 300-pounders do not throw 1,000+ punches in a 12-round fight. They do not. It's not feasible. It's not possible. Even the ones that are proportioned 300 pounds don't go around throwing 1,000 punches in a 12-round fight. They don't do that. Like, and we've seen Big Baby before come back. He's like 320, 330, and he's looked like he's like near death. You know what I mean? Like gasping and stuff like that. But this time around, yeah, he lost some weight. He was 305, and him and Pero, it was just it was a grueling fight. And it was a little disappointing because Pero is supposed to be, Cuban with a foundation, but he couldn't make no adjustments at all to Big Baby's pressure moving forward. Hell, he could barely keep him off him. And this is after Pero clearly won the first 2 rounds, but then was just outworked for the last 10. And it was just like, geez, like Big Baby is it just seemed like every single time that Pero landed a punch to the head, Big Baby was just taking that shit. Like it was just like,
yeah, he don't have the power. He didn't have the I think the first 2 rounds he was probably won the first 2 rounds, but after that it was just all Big Baby for the most part.
Yeah, and Pero couldn't do nothing about it. I'm like, you really could. It's like he didn't go to the body all that much. Now
he looked tired too. Mid fight, he looked tired though.
Yeah, he gassed out because Pero is like 250, which is like head size. He shouldn't be 250 either though.
Yeah, but Miller was 302, right? 300 over 300.
He was like 305 though. But so
he was leaning on. He was kind of doing a little bit of the incorporating some of the Fury Wilder, just kind of leaning on. You're clearly the bigger man. And you're just getting him tired by leaning on him and just.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. He's always done that though. But it's just like he's always throwing in volume too. Like remember we joked about this Big Baby having more of a work rate than Canelo, and he's like 40 pounds heavier.
But I know that with this performance, a lot of people are questioning because he popped twice dirty. So with the work rate not tiring really at all. I know he looked tired a little bit with Bozy in the corner, but when the round started, he was going to work.
Like Pero, like Perro was. I mean, I think Perro threw like 700 punches, which is fine, I guess, for a guy that his size or whatever. Yeah, that's cool though. But when you're seeing Big Baby throwing 100,000 punches, you gotta raise your eyebrow. And he's not what. But the thing is though with Big Baby is what he does is he does smother his work a lot, and his punches. I'm not sure while he throws in volume, I don't think he doesn't sit on his punches like he used to. Like when he was really like with that ridiculous volume, like he would sit on his punches eventually, and he would eventually get some of these dudes out of there, and it could be this luck that Perro's just tough, but it just seemed like when Perro was gassing and once he gassed, he stayed gassed. Like I would have at least expected Perro to go down at least once in the fight because he was getting hands put on him. But yeah. I mean, Perro disappointed me because I'm thinking to myself, Cuban, you can make an adjustment, but he just let Big Baby just bully him around the ring, catch him on there, and just catch nothing but never-ending volume.
What'd you score, Pat? It was like 9-3, I'd say, right?
Yeah, it was like it was like one legit 117, 111. Like Big Baby won that shit off sheer work rate.
Yeah, so people are gonna question
that bullshit ass work rate where you throwing a bunch of arm punches as a heavy, stocky guy, and you're really not rotating.
But the Cuban guy didn't have power, and he wasn't throwing enough, and his power was not affecting military.
If these niggas threw over 1,000 punches and no one got dropped or hurt, then nobody got power.
Yeah, that's why I literally say that this motherfucker's throwing.
Yeah, like what this is the tree falling in the woods shit. Like none of these, like, come on, bro. Like, think about it. It's the same Kalnaki areola shots, but less intense. Like I saw one little highlight of it, and it just looked like a Kalnaki areola clip type of shit. But at least Dave was kind of throwing harder. But Big Baby, all he kind of does is throw those little arm punches. That's how he racks up all those fucking that work rate. Like he's not rotating his hip and really putting his body and really trying to throw heavy shots. He's not.
Yeah. But still, like I said, a 305 pounder is not supposed to throw 1,000 punches in the fight, even if they are arm punches. That's true.
I give him that. You're right. Like check this blood, check this nigga blood and urine and shit. I mean,
yeah, like if he pops dirty, then I wouldn't be fucking surprised though. But that was the only thing I was like, because his other fights, he's looked like he was gassed and everything. Like and it was just like and all of a sudden he's looking like he's back on HBO again.
I don't think just because I think doing it twice, especially and you might have Wilder fighting New York or something. You probably don't want to risk it, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Nah, put a Miller Wilder fight.
Because I'm telling Pat, when you pop once, obviously like Ryan, you get another chance. One time, 2 times, I think in recent memory, Dillian White and Miller both popped twice, and they're still getting, somewhat looks. You know what I mean? So I don't think he's gonna do it again.
Miller fucked up beyond that. Remember the shit he did down here in Hollywood with the whole car shit?
Oh yeah, damn, yeah. Didn't the car like you stole a car, some shit?
Yeah, that was like a real legit crazy ass crime, and
that motherfucker crashed the fuck out, and somehow is not in jail.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know what it is, but some because that was one of those crimes where it's like, damn, nigga,
like and he just got paid from the Dubois fight, and that nigga started crashing out for no reason in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, he lost his.
I don't know, man. Niggas get their paycheck and come down to Florida and just wild out. Like I don't get it, but hey, because I never looked at anywhere else. Like and I'm gonna get paid, and then I'm gonna go there and wild out. Like the niggas come to Florida and like wild out.
Yeah, it's weird too, and he's gotten so many chances. But I mean, like I said, I mean it was basically an eliminator. I know Eddie wants to put him against Wilder and stuff like that, and and.
If we're not gonna get Wilder Joshua, he may as well do that, right?
Right, because and on top of that, it's 2 American black heavyweights, which is a rarity in boxing. They don't, we don't get those anymore either.
When the last time we had that?
I mean,
come on, think now. Let's go back now.
Yeah, no, honestly, nigga, shit. I mean, you just
2 black American heavyweights.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, at the notable ones, not like let's say Johnny Rice versus like so and so, like
Like a
like
Michael
Michael
Coffey. No,
Coffey.
no,
Michael
like
Yeah,
Coffee, Michael
notable.
Coffee, Michael Coffee.
Well, damn. Well, you might have to go back to that, but then okay. If you go past that, what fucking else could you think of?
Damn.
damn.
Wilder
Nigga, don't
Stavern,
tell
I
me we got
guess. I mean, it's
Wilder
Stavern
who?
Black American. It's Stavern Black American.
Stavern's Haitian.
Oh, he's
Asian American.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all gonna say Wilder Malik Scott?
I mean, he's not even American. Stavern is Canadian.
Damn. Oh yeah, that's true. Damn. Good
Yeah.
point. Good point.
Asian Canadian.
I
Say
mean,
I
fucking
mean,
Haitian black
Haitian.
Canadian. No, like come on.
Yeah, is it Malik Scott? Did Wilder fight any other black, like actual American, Black American?
I mean, there's
Malik
like there's Malik Scott. Yeah,
Yeah, that's about it. God damn. Okay. That's
yeah,
wild.
yeah.
All right, now we have to go. Let's go past that.
God damn. Yeah,
God damn. If Wilder Malik Scott and Johnny Rice Michael Coffey is like the only
crazy.
notable Black American heavyweights fighting each other is fucking
That's
crazy.
wild. That's really wild.
So I gotta go
that's
back and
sad.
say Jamil McCline and Chris Bird, like with Tony Rodman, like
It's kind of sad. I mean, it's kind of sad to think about. To be honest, it's unfortunate.
of course that's crazy.
Yeah, and then the fact that you're not even getting like let's say prime versions of Big Baby or Wilder. You're getting pretty washed up versions of them in their fighting, but it's like they're notable fighters, and it's like you can sell in America because
it's in New York. I mean, Barkley's think about it because fucking
Now you can sell that fight anywhere in America.
Well, I mean, because Big Baby's from New York and Wilder did kind of reign in
New
Barkley,
numbers
right?
up there.
I mean New York. You can see
They never tried to market Wilder enough down in the South, which is crazy because I feel like Wilder would probably sell hard in like a Texas or like Atlanta type of space,
especially Atlanta,
which is weird. Yeah, like I would have been like y'all tell me y'all could never have got a card with like a Wilder and Tank or Wilder Benavidez or some shit going like.
Yeah, it's just crazy to think about it too.
Even Wilder and the Charlos are like be crazy in Texas. Like, what are y'all niggas doing? Like,
that's what I say. Though the game done changed in a way. Like, where two American black heavyweights are kind of like the afterthoughts in the actual division.
You said the game done changed. I started singing the AZ song in my head. Fuck you. Like, but we definitely got to come. We got to do a review when he drop his new joint. So I just got to put that out there.
Wait, that's in like a week or two, right?
Yeah. Since it's just such a great AZ year, I mean, like, even just go keep it going, like,
no doubt though. But the big like I said, it was like I said. For even though it wasn't a lot of hype on it, because whether I like in person or like in or anything like that, it was a decent card to watch though. But we gotta keep an eye on Big Baby's drug test, see what shakes, But but at least it was a good appetizer at least for the kickoff, for at least for the next 6 weeks, there's gonna be very notable fights, like extremely starting off with this coming weekend, where we have 2 pound for pound fights. Both one is like one of varying degrees of status or whatever, but still significant. Especially the one on Saturday morning. I think I read that it's gonna be at 8. The main event's gonna be at 8:00 though, with Naoya Monster Inoue and Juto Nakatani. And if you tune in on Wednesday, we're gonna do a rewatch of Nakatani's last fight. Because we have to kind of in real time because. Among us, and then also of Lukey as well, just kind of give opinions on what really went down in that fight.
But basically, all 5 of us saw different fights, and we saw it on different platforms at different times, and we had different opinions. So we wanted to fucking watch it in real time with all of us watching it, and we give our scores like round after round type shit, and just kind of. Talk about that fight as well as doing a real preview, like a final preview of the Inoue Nakatani, because we'll be going fresh off of that performance, and because you're only as good as your last fight in boxing, how they say. I mean,
Yeah, and then that fight, because both Monster and Nakatani, they shared a card, where they had their points. Like, obviously, they were both huge. They were both huge favorites. Monster fought Picasso, and although it went the distance, Monster pretty much won easy. He won
Yeah,
that fight.
he painted an ass whooping.
Yeah. Whereas Nakatani, unfortunately, he didn't have it as rough, And Hernandez seemed to have passed his drug test, so kudos to him for passing his drug test because, that type of performance is very hard to, very hard to do without some added substance to your regimen. Yeah, and I'll be the first.
Yeah, I'm glad he passed that because it was in doubt for me, bro.
Yeah, because that was a special type of performance. You don't see punish. They say that's an example of a punishing work rate. Like that dude did not let up on Nakatani at all.
But I'll say this: it shows you the type of fighter Inoue is to fight somebody as dangerous as Nakatani when he's no longer at his optimum peak. Like Inoue is no longer in his peak prime right now. Like he's on the down.
But we have to say Nakatani did not look the best in his first fight at the weight he's fighting Inoue at.
That we can agree at.
Yeah, we can agree on that. Yeah, we could agree. But Inoue still fighting like this is the type of fight.
He got longer reach.
Crawford will be taking if he fought Boots.
Yeah, I mean that's It's like Usikatama for better or worse, similar.
Yeah, that would be a good example.
Yeah, it's similar, but it's more Boots Crawford.
Well, I mean, old guard. Yeah, I'm just saying old guard versus new guard. We can just, I feel same
yeah, but it's like it's because I get it with Moses, but Moses ain't established enough.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying Nakatani's a 3-division champ. Nakatani's 3-division champ.
Yeah, like I know Boots is a unified, so it's like. They're dangerous. Like they fuck people up. Like Boots and Nakatani highlight reel is like some of the most brutal shit you'll see.
Facts.
So imagine one guy is fighting one of them, and he don't have to make this fight.
Mm-hmm.
And the other guy ain't getting fought by somebody retired. Somebody chased the gringo bag, the bag.
I mean, he's living his best life, So salute to that man.
But Boots is still going to be in his tough fight.
Yes,
he got to prove himself. All the niggas who was like, well, yeah, you whoop Crawford, Spence, and Thurman, and all them. Yeah, we all gonna look crazy at you.
I'm gonna be honest. Boots Zayas took some of the thunder. I mean, I know that it comes to fights coming up, Wardley and Dubois, but really, I feel like Zayas Boot kind of took the thunder of this fight we're talking about right now. Unfortunately, because if the fight buzz for this fight isn't buzzing like it should.
Oh no, this fight is buzzing. It
is buzzing, but I gotta agree with Pilot a little bit. Like it did take a little, but I feel like they still been kind of light with the promotion on the Nakatani Inoue. Like.
Oh, I say stateside because in Japan though it's all over.
In Japan, of course. In Japan.
Well, I mean that's a given. Like what we talk? I can't speak on Tokyo and goddamn Yokohama and all that shit, nigga. Like,
yeah,
I can only speak in fucking America. That shit don't feel like.
And really, too. I mean,
it's coming up.
But do you think? Let me ask you. Do you think if Junto got the knockout like he's been knocking icing people out, would the buzz be more?
If Junto got a knockout in his last fight,
if he asked out Hernandez and Kato,
yes,
it would be. But yeah. I think. I mean, it's because of that. I think people kind of see that Nakatani is kind of mortal in a way, not like completely mortal.
You would have had people with the whole Fulton shit. Niggas would have been picking Nakatani to KO Inoue.
You get some people,
and honestly, it's not a bad. That's not a bad.
No, I used to think I ain't gonna lie. This fight,
but more people would do it if he looked better last time.
I mean, for a while, I thought Nakatani, because he's a southpaw, and Inoue getting dropped the past couple times. If Nakatani can land, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was and get up like that, but now Because I know Nakatani, when it comes, he can't find the inside that great, and he's a little slower. Even though Monster's not at his optimal peak.
Well, I think the biggest thing is Nakatani could not make an adjustment against Hernandez and against Monster. You have to be able to make some adjustments. If you don't, you're just going to get found out and tore up. You know?
Yeah, because Nakatani did make an adjustment, but it's like it wasn't like a winning adjustment. It's like it turned into he couldn't knock the guy out, so I'm gonna just outpoint him. Mm-hmm. And that's an adjustment, but it's not like I'm totally switching the game plan adjustment where I'm gonna look better now adjustment. It's
because what happened is Hernandez fought harder, and then Nakatani at the end of the fight was on his back foot, which is not good for optics.
Yeah.
So
and it's almost like, well, bro, you should have just kept throwing hard.
Yeah.
And Nakatani don't fight off the back foot like that. You know, I'm a big fan. And he don't fight like that. So it made him.
And he was still landing and shit, but that's not. He more of a come forward. But that's the thing. Anyway, could do it all.
Actually, I know we talk about, like Pat mentioned earlier, about not using your length and range for his height and his weight class. He uses it pretty well. His range and distance.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he does.
He's one of the best at that.
That's how he bombed niggas out. Really, shit.
You can't score his type of knockouts without having a good command of your reach. Getting
like full extension on your
and he will have the reach, a couple inches pause on in a way. So.
Yeah, and like I say, I mean, but it could be like in the end, Hernandez might just have the style to really bother Nakatani because it's a much more I mean, not like Monster can't throw on volume, but Monster is an elite.
Monster could do it all. Monster could fight like Hernandez, pressure and do the volume and all that shit. Like,
whereas Hernandez was that special type of pressure that you only find in Mexico, and you're kind of unknown. That type of so it's
that's true too. But then it's like, man, I don't know how good the testing was. I still I don't know, man.
Some people would say that too. People have been saying, "Oh, was he on that gear?" You know what I'm saying?
Because he took some
bombs.
Hella
his work rate didn't slow down either. Type shit. Yeah.
He took bombs for at least 6 rounds.
Yeah, he didn't wobble or none of that shit. Like bro was like, I come here for my baby and shit like that. Like he was properly motivated. You know what I mean? But it was just
but this nigga, that motivation was different.
Yeah,
it was a little super soldier Hydra formula in that motivation. It felt, nigga.
Yeah, that proper beef though. But that's what you get. Sometimes them Japanese Mexican fights, man, they just be they be on some other shit sometimes.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm still picking Inoue. But if Nakatani was I wouldn't be because Nakatani is that fucking good, and it's a dangerous fight. Most fighters in history are in Inoue's circumstance and position. They're not taking a Nakatani fight. Look at Canelo. Like this is Inoue's Benavidez. If we're being honest.
Yeah. Now,
and he's taking that shit.
I mean, even as a pound for pound sense, I mean, most people have now Monster either as 1 or 2. Depending on how you view,
he's fucking one. Like, look at this, bro. Like this, he's taking out of all the pound for pound niggas we had the last 3-4 years, no one has taken a fight like this. No one.
Which is true, So,
don't give me Canelo Crawford because Canelo is not as dangerous to Crawford as Nakatani is to Inoue.
Right, and like I said, and it's also true because
if this was the Crawford if this was the Plant. I'm sorry, this was the Canelo that beat Caleb Plant. Mm-hmm. Okay, different story now. But this is the one that's going life and death with fucking Munguia Berlanga, nigga.
Absolutely. So
my bad.
But definitely a powerful because I mean, obviously, if Monster wins, he's confirmed number 1. Even though there's certain people that that can't stand the thought of a small Japanese man who eats cake on his knees, being a number 1 pound for pound fighter, but if Nakatani wins, he's probably propelled into the top 5, at least for pound for pound.
If Nakatani wins, he maybe might be top 3, bro.
And would
Yeah.
you? I mean, he'd be in the
Who
mix. Of
would have a better?
Okay, I'll say.
Who would
it.
have a better win than that in the
I'll say,
last? Like, come on.
I mean, Usyk in a way is number one. Okay, they're 1 and 2. Bud, that was the top 3 for a while. But when it comes to that second tier, right now to me, it's Shakur and Bam. If Junto were to win, he'd be in the Shakur and Bam, tier.
Nah, he skips over them niggas, bro.
You think so? You think he skips over? Yeah.
Look, okay, look, if he wins by KO, he skips over them. If he wins by clear decision, like clear decision meaning 116, 112, 115, 113.
Yeah, he's probably
right there with it, definitely.
Yeah,
because it's just something. Because it's remember, bro. Like okay, Bam is giving us complete performances, but Shakur ain't giving us these complete performances, and he's not closing the show out. I gotta give extra credit for niggas that close the show out.
Bam is stopping the niggas.
Well, Bam is absolutely.
Bam's last fight was a complete performance.
Yeah, beautiful performance. Yeah.
Against
Shakur, it's like, damn, nigga, throw the fucking left, bro.
Go for the basically go for the kill. Go for the kill.
Yeah, like give us a Leah League Golden Boy type of stoppage. Like just combo the nigga and let the ref jump in type shit at least.
Right.
Like we don't even get that. So the fuck I can't just keep putting you over niggas when there's dudes out there knocking dangerous motherfuckers out.
Absolutely though. So yeah, like I said, and I said this is probably one of those fights you kind of wish that was. Because I know most people were like, Monster could be a bigger star if he fought in America more, or at least his fights were on America prime time. But Japan is its own ecocenter when it comes to boxing, and
we haven't have a big enough name for him over here for that really.
Yeah, but I mean, you can have it in Japan, but it would probably work because after Monster's last fight in America, I mean, he was buzzing hard. Like people, you can tell he's a star. Like everyone knows he's a star. He's an established star. Basically, like how Joshua was with Jake Paul. Like, dude was buzzing hard after the fight. Like that could have probably just been a more thing. Like just to have one of his Japanese fights accommodate for American primetime if he's not fighting in America. Because the curiosity factor is still there to actually see him fight. Like people,
and then there was also a good fight too. Like we can't just downplay that as well.
Yeah, no, no, absolutely no. But I'm just saying, like, just
dominate a little shootout. It's like, okay, niggas just kind of talking,
right? And that's why I said, like, his fight, like, it should have been at least one or the other. And then, of course, his next fight after that was on Facebook Live and shit. Which doesn't, which is in the morning, which is awful.
Yeah, because Tom Brady haven't done a good job of like kind of bridging him over the America TVs and but then also on the flip side, we haven't had like no opponent that's kind of raised their game enough on this side to kind of make a feasible fight where you could promote it in America and it can happen in America and it's a big fight still, like.
Which is true, and that's why I'm saying like Monster's time at 122 should probably come to an end with this fight. Like after this fight, there's really if he wins, it should go up to 126.
They're saying he's not. They're saying he's going to fight 2 more times, but
Yeah, I heard that too. That he was going to still stay, but he was still going to move up, but still stay a little longer. And it's like, bro.
Yeah, you've cleaned up your division of all any notable fighters in there, and the ones that are kind of waiting in the wings are not, the people you can beat,
But at this point, it's like he just need to fight these randoms all across the world to just build up his reputation. Like I would get a fight in the UK, shit, nigga, I fight in the Caribbean, like. Mm-hmm. Do something like because it's like if you're just trying to pass time until somebody else emerges on the scene, because the other people who are on the scene they a little too big. Like what's his name? Figueroa, Espinoza.
Yeah, Shushu, Leo. Those are your champions over there. Like,
yeah, like and only really like. Espinoza, I feel like got enough of the prominence, like Like all their names are about the same, but one guy has the most dominating performances where I feel like you can build off of that. And I feel like that's Espinoza. Like everybody else is like it could go either way. Like Leo is Leo. And
yeah. Well, I do think Monster will beat the hell out of Shushu now. Like he beat
the hell out of all of them, honestly. But Espinoza is who I give the best chance to, and I feel like would be the biggest fight.
Espinoza, there's a good chance where would actually beat Monster at this point because he's just too fucking big and the punches
too skilled and too big. It's like the whole he just like the male Gabriel Fundora, really, basically.
Yeah,
maybe not as mean, but mean enough.
Yeah, it'll be interesting when he does go to 126 though. But like he really should. The 122 should be. He should just give up his belts.
Who y'all picking for the fight then? Like fuck it, like.
I actually have Monster for the stoppage. Like I think Monster will get him out of there in probably maybe the 9th round or so. Like I don't know.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, the Hernandez fight kind of I would say took a little bit out of what I thought about Nakatani. Although he's still a very dangerous guy though. But there's just a couple things in that fight that just didn't set right with me. Regardless of how we have differing opinions, there's something about the fight that just had me kind of like, yeah, this is 122 debut, and I get it's a debut, but it was just like this wasn't the type of fight that I needed to see to kind of say, okay, you can challenge Monster. You're leaving the fight with your eyes closed.
Yeah, because I feel like he could have dug deep a little more. Like,
yeah,
I hate to see someone give up trying to hurt somebody.
Yeah,
and I saw that, and it made me think, like, damn, if Monster started putting this type of pressure on, like, are you gonna really try to, like I'm saying this basically, if it turns into a Hurtado Pernell Whitaker situation, are you gonna have the guts to turn it around?
Right.
Like, and if you haven't seen Hurtado Pernell Whitaker, watch it. R.I.P. Sweet Pea. But another example of that is Israel Vasquez versus Johnny Gonzalez. Like, can you turn it around after a nigga done put his foot in your ass? Like, are you still gonna try hard to fucking win, not just to, hey man, like I just want the ass whooping to ease up a little. Like, no, I want to beat this motherfucker. Like. Because you know there's a difference,
right? No, there absolutely is. So it's just like, yeah, and that was the one tangible that I didn't see from Nakatani that I wish I did see it at least. So it's gonna be like, I mean, you just gotta hope that he has a good, solid game plan in terms of how to actually contain Monster.
I'm coming from a guy who's still 31.
I know he said something about watching Crawford, which makes no sense. I mean, I can see somewhat. They're both counter punchers at nature, but he said he watched Crawford against the Canelo fight. Then I don't know. I saw that kind of trending as a highlight. As a I don't know.
Nigga, I want to take nothing serious from that Crawford Canelo fight. Like that was the worst version of Canelo we saw in years. Like goddamn, like who else? Like I feel like you could have got anybody else could have beat him that night. Like.
And I feel you on that too. But yeah, I mean, like I said, if you're gonna operate as a counter puncher, I mean, obviously, Monster. The times that Monsters really had issues, obviously, famously in the first Donaire fight where Donaire was Donaire's crack punching in between his shots, made the big difference, and saved him from getting knocked out several times in that fight.
Rep saved him from getting knocked out too, but
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, the fight was good enough where I didn't care though, because man, like, whew.
That was probably the best morning fight I ever watched. I didn't even want to go to. I remember I was staying as long as I can in order to before I had to leave. I had to watch that fight though, but nigga, I wanted to go detour to the gym after that.
The feeling you had after watching Donaire Inoue 1 is the feeling I want to have when I'm done watching a good boxing movie.
Facts. I just want to see some class punching, class boxing overall. And like I said, these two are pound for pound fighters. Like and that's what I'm just.
Yeah, you got like what, number 7 going against number 1 or some shit.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
AOP,
Nakatani's in that Benavidez tier. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like
Yeah.
AOP. So, what are your thoughts on this fight, bro? What's your prediction?
In a way, in 7. I actually think they're gonna try to like get to it. Like this is not going 12 regardless. So I think I actually think in a way speed is what's gonna surprise Nakatani. I don't think Nakatani thinks that in a way is as fast as he is. I think that's what's gonna be might kind of shock Nakatani, and he'll have to adjust to that.
He's definitely faster.
Also, he'll have to keep that fucking right hand up because if not, a left hook by Inoue will fucking put his lights out. So I like Nakatani, but I got Inoue with this one. And honestly, I comfortably, like I said, 7th round KO.
That's what it is. What was your prediction?
A while ago, I felt like Nakatani could have get the, I'll say good KO him, but that's his only route to victory. I feel like in this fight, again, he's shown layers of improvement prior to the Hernandez fight of his inside game, which was very weak. He's improved somewhat in that regard, but in a way, it's just too complete of a fighter. He's better at everything, and he's not at his peak, and Nakatani has the reach and everything, but in a way, has not fell off to the point where I think Nakatani could catch him. So.
Which is the big thing, yeah.
I'm just gonna stop him. I think in a way by decision, but I wouldn't be shocked if he stopped him like in the 10th round. But I'll say in a way by a 8, like 9-3, 8-4. I don't know who won the fight comfortable on the cards.
See, that's how I looked at it. Like I don't think a knockout's gonna come. I think niggas might get dropped, but I think it might get to a point where they settle into like a big bro, little bro. I'll beat your ass to stay in your place relationship, and it just goes from there. But they might surprise me. They might try to go for it and try, but I just think it might be the situation where they either could have the chin for each other's shots, which is possible, or they're throwing to connect and not throwing to kill. Like. Sometimes you just start throwing and it's like technique go.
Or God forbid, we get like a bloody war of attrition. Which if that happens, I'll be like, geez. Like,
I mean, if we get a 4 a.m. classic for me, I'll be happy as hell. Like, if we get a classic ass.
Yeah, because some of them Japanese fights lately, have been like tight, brutal, sure. Like and really brutal to watch.
These are the best 2 Japanese fighters in the world. I mean, clear right now. You know what I'm saying? Clearly.
Yeah, so I mean,
this is a real legacy fight right here, man. Like this is to be the king of Japan right here. Like whoever wins this fight is legit the guy in Japan. Like, and it's in a way he's already looked at that right now, but he's fighting a guy that's who wants that spot.
Yeah,
a lot of people want to take this fight, because. When you become a face of your country, it's just different. Like you see how Canelo had that reluctance to fight Benavidez. Like, that's why in a way just on a whole nother level. Like you don't even want the thought of niggas saying that there's a guy out there in his country that could be nicer than him.
Right. And funny things too, because I'm just looking at the odds right now, and surprisingly, Monster is a bigger favorite than I thought he would be for this. Monster is a minus 450 favorite. Nakatani is a plus 310 underdog, which I'm thinking stuff like that's. I would thought it would be a lot closer.
It's like 80-20 or 70-30 right now.
Yeah.
And let's see, a Monster decision is plus 195. A Monster KO is minus 105. Draw is 1500. Nakatani decision is plus 700. Nakatani KO is plus 500. Like they're just basically saying this motherfucker has no chance. Like that them odds are actually kind of crazy to me, to be honest. Like
no, they're actually kind of giving Nakatani some respect, but I feel like they're playing into the last fight too much. Where it's like they're giving you It's like those are the type of odds that they're looking for people to go out on a limb with.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not crazy odds, though. They're not like they're giving them a look 500 for the KO, 700 for the decision. Like, nigga, we're used to seeing niggas plus 2,000 for the fucking KO for Inoue.
Which is also true. Yeah,
we're used to seeing 1,100 for decision for it. Like, come on. So think about it. Like, we just Inoue just that dude to the point where we act all snarky when we see plus 500 for KO. They're not giving him a chance.
Yeah, because you're putting it in its proper context. So you're absolutely right. So
they give him plenty of chance. Like that now, could the overall it could be more like I could see if Inoue was like more minus 370 type, minus 450 is a little crazy, but not crazy. Remember, we're used to seeing Inoue being minus 2,000.
Yeah. Again, context. Yeah, like
minus 5,000 type shit.
That's the proper context. So I get it, but so it just makes it like like a regular fighter it would look kind of crazy if we thought that was like a 50-50 fight. Whereas, you're absolutely right though. Yeah, in that, you're absolutely right.
But yeah, I still think it'll be a great fight. It's one of the top 3 fights of the year for the sport. A real pound for pound fight. I wish America kind of, and I blame Top Rank for not promoting Inoue better in America because that lead up would have amounted to more. Kind of like how Shakur and Tio did. The build up and lead up for that fight was horrible, but it was buzzing the whole time because you knew who those guys were.
Right.
And they were just in your face the whole time. But yeah, this still good fight. Can't wait for the little rewatch. Yeah, but in a way by decision,
No, and also Monster's brother Takuma is the co-main, because Takuma is one of the bantamweight champions, and he's facing Kazuto Ioka, who's going for his, who's going to attempt to be the first Japanese fighter to win titles in 5 divisions. So definitely got to watch. So that'll be that's actually a very
crazy doubleheader.
Yeah, and I know Takuma, like I said, obviously Takuma doesn't have his brother Monster's power though, but he can box. He is a very competent boxer. And I think
he's actually improved. If we want to be honest, he's actually improved. Like it's like he earned his co-main status with his, because it used to feel like one of those in a way. Go get your brother, bring your brother along.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like his mom and dad are like telling him like, yo, like get him on the card. Now it's like, yeah, I got my brother on this fucking card, nigga. Like, what? And he fighting Ioka, Like, let's get it. It's not we about to go to the man. Yes, I don't feel like bringing you tagging along to my friend's house to play fucking Genesis and shit, nigga. But now I feel like, okay, like you good. Like you gonna have, it's like you know what to do when you get the controller in your hands now, nigga.
Exactly though. And look, that should be a good fight too. And like I said though, if you're like us, you're gonna be up at probably like at either 5 or 6 o'clock to catch this card. I think the main event's supposed to be at 8 o'clock. I mean, I know they'll probably put like the official graphic about the start times for every fight there, but I think for sure 8 o'clock is probably gonna be the start time for Monster Nakatani, live on DAZN, and everything like that. So
is it on pay-per-view?
No, it's not pay-per-view. It's not. It's part of the sub.
Man, DAZN fucking trash when it gets to that goddamn password shit. Man, I hate that motherfucker. Like Jesus, it's always doing this goddamn 2 or more devices, 3 devices, and then I check it's just one person, and it still be fucking up with like. Y'all fucking trash.
But like I said though, if you're gonna be up, like I said, if you're gonna be up, it's definitely worth the fight though. To get up a little early, get you a little breakfast sandwich, get yourself some cup of coffee or whatever you use to wake up, or a wake and bake or whatever. I feel sorry for Pilot though, because Pilot's on the West Coast, so the nigga will be up at that's 5 o'clock in the morning for
Don't
him.
feel sorry for him. Feel sorry for us when he get to see a Michaela Mayer fight at fucking 10 o'clock and not 1 a.m. Nigga, shit.
True. True.
Fuck out of here. Don't feel sorry for that nigga. Don't cry for me, Argentina ass nigga. No, like, sorry, Pilot. You know, you're on the short end of the stick this time.
Yeah, that must be crazy having to wake up at 5 o'clock. Yeah, wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to watch the co-main and the main. That shit gotta be crazy.
Nigga, that man, he supposed to just be up anyway, nigga.
True.
That's a random, like, I done worked out, then about to go home. Shuttleworth got on all black and background is dark. Good, Shuttleworth. That's what I want to. Wait, pause, nigga. Nah, chill.
Pause. You know, but
yeah, so that's all I want to see. Nah, chill.
But yeah, no, like I said, it's a good fight. I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully, it lives up to that. Hopefully, it's not one side. Hopefully, it doesn't end in no bullshit. Everything is just class. Like I said, I mean, I like watching fights in Japan because they treat boxing like the sport it's supposed to be. Feels important, you know, like and like I said, the pageantry and everything just seems to be.
Look at what the best fighter is doing. Remember, the sport trickles down from the top. Like,
right.
If the best fighter is fighting his best opponent, or the guy that everybody's saying, "Hey, man, you ain't really got to fight this dude. He's the next up. Like, he got next when you're done. You don't have to fight him, and you fight him. That just letting you know, like, he don't care about the whole speeding of the passing of the torch element. Like, he's going pass the torch. Nah, nigga, I'm gonna throw that motherfucker at you. You better be able to catch it again, like, and respect that shit. Like, these other niggas, they can't do that. Like, motherfuckers on this side of the damn world, they don't know about passing the torch over here no more. Like, once niggas seen what Pacquiao did to Oscar, niggas is like, that torch shit dead.
Right.
I ain't passing a motherfucking torch. If I could get out, I'm gonna get the fuck out. And if you think about it, we haven't had any really passing of the torch fights since.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's a shame though, but you know, yeah, no, but we'll see how this plays out too. See if this is, I mean, Monster and Nakatani obviously is a pass the torch type of fight, so we'll see how it goes in a way. Like, you know, like I said, I just hope it doesn't.
See how it go in a way. Wait, what? Like bars?
No, that's a bar. That's an inverted bar. Word though. But then we also have another pound for pound fight. It's a little bit lower on the scale, but it's still significant. PBC, of course, is the lead promoter. I'm assuming, and so we're getting David Benavidez, who we've mentioned before. We've mentioned over
Mexican monster,
the Mexican monster. Versus
so two monsters in one day fighting, nigga. That's crazy.
It is. There's a lot of bars being thrown around today. Like, some real shit.
Yeah, like, I think we're getting, like, the Monster Zero. It's like the 3-headed, like, King Ghidra. I got that kind of, I don't know, like, serious shit, no.
And he's obviously, he's going up in weight. He's still the current WBC light heavyweight champ. And now he's going after Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez for his 2 cruiserweight belts. And like I said, Zurdo, depending on where you have him, is probably between 10 and 20 on a pound for pound scale, because maybe 10, 15, really, depending. And then Benavidez.
Let's say 10 to 15. Like, Zurdo been doing good lately. I know that's not something you hear on a podcast, but
right,
facts is facts.
And the funny thing is too is like this fight is also 50-50 too. Like, I personally on paper don't see it because both guys have their strengths and their weaknesses.
Zurdo's winning this, bro. Zurdo got this, nigga.
Yeah, the only thing with Zurdo is Zurdo obviously, first of all, Zurdo will make Benavidez look small because Zurdo is a fucking heavyweight. So like, because if you ever talk about Zurdo, like, the fact that he used to boil down to 168 is incredible and used to make that shit.
Nigga, I feel like a whole lifetime ago. Like Zurdo, the heaviest Mexican since Chris Arreola, my nigga.
Yeah, exactly. And he's not even like fat either. Like, you know, he's like he's a legit heavyweight. Like he's a legit. He should be he should be fighting at heavyweight. You know, and like I said,
he gonna get a legit ass. He gonna throw a legit ass whooping.
And that's true. But the one thing about Zurdo that's not consistent with any of his divisions he's fighting is his gas tank. His gas tank is not consistent. He's gassed up in every division that he's in, including
cruiserweight. I gotta ask. If this fight were happening in 168, who would you pick?
I would pick Benavidez for sure.
Benavidez.
If this fight happened at 175, who would you pick?
It would be
Benavidez. It's less dominant Benavidez though.
All right. Yeah. So why would I think that Zurdo would win at cruiserweight when I wouldn't pick him in any of the other weights? And I don't think Zurdo got a whole, like, I don't think the amount that Zurdo improved is so much better than when he was at 168 or 175.
It isn't as much. It's more so effort and the intangibles improved with the damn skill and all that shit too. Like, it's something he fights like he gives a damn now.
With Benavidez too, because like I said, and let's talk about Benavidez hasn't looked all that great at light heavyweight. Like he's like you know
Zurdo's looked better at cruiser than Benavidez has at light heavyweight.
Right, like I mean, like pretty much the only person he's cooked at light heavyweight is Yard, and Yard is already cooked, but it doesn't look good. Like say, you know, he's going to distance. He's going distance with Vazdik, who's coming off a severe concussion. It doesn't wobble him or anything like that. But Hot Rod is actually able to have a comeback of the fucking year and KO him. You know, it doesn't add up. Yeah, it doesn't add up in any type of way. So that's what's making me. You know, so that's why I can see Zurdo beating Benavidez, because Benavidez is not punching like that. Now, don't get me wrong. Benavidez will attack, and he does have his hand speed and everything like that. It's just the matter if will Zurdo just shrug that shit off. Because Zurdo has a good fucking
because Zurdo hits heavy, and when he starts feeling it, like he'll let them combinations go, and it's like he puts his body into his shots. Like I don't know if Benavidez is used to fighting somebody who's going to out Benavidez him.
Right, and someone who's actually probably got a tower over him. Like
I mean, Zurdo can have a better chin to take the punches. He's just going to take punches all night. Then
that's also true.
I mean, that could happen because that's what happened with the Bivol fight. But what Bivol used the footwork where he's going to be in and out and really not giving the Zurdo the chance to really fight back, where Benavidez is going to give Zurdo the chance to fight back.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference. Like some niggas, like if you give them the chance to fight back, they'll be up with you, and you might can still beat them. Then some niggas, they can't beat you unless you give them a chance to fight back. Like if Bivol doesn't fucking have that game plan, you know, I doubt he beats Zurdo.
Right. You know, but yeah, like I said,
Bivol took the best thing away from Zurdo when he fought him. Like, I don't know if Benavidez could do that.
And you know the funny thing too, because I just happened to take a look at the odds though. Again, this is one of them fights where Benavidez seems to be an overwhelming favorite. And again, in the fight that I think is a little bit more 50-50. You know, so Benavidez is a minus 430 favorite. Zurdo is plus 300. Benavidez decision is minus 140. Benavidez KO is plus 290. I actually thought it would be higher because Zurdo is like really hard to fucking hurt like that. Draw is plus 1500. Zurdo decision is plus 480, and a Zurdo KO is plus 800. Yeah, so yeah.
Oh, like now they got some odds on that.
Yeah, no, yeah, like honestly, a Zurdo decision is not a bad bet to put on this fight, you know. But
not at all. Like I feel like anything with Zurdo not bad on that, because I know niggas is like Benavidez never been stopped, hurt, but he never fought nobody this size before.
Yeah, no, yeah. Like this is the rare case where Benavidez is finding someone who will be bigger than him. So like it's now if Benavidez actually hurts and drops and stops Zurdo, then apparently then we didn't know what the fuck we were talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and this is the thing. Zurdo is one of those guys where he got a lot of intangibles. The matchups could play in his hands, but he's fighting a skilled guy. Like I don't remember. I was high on the Zurdo Bivol fight. I was picking Zurdo to beat Bivol, and Bivol beat his ass. Like
we're toward that fight because the end of the year, it was Regis Prezapena.
Yeah, we was hyping that fight. You and me was hyping that fight up, but this might happen again where Benavidez beat Zurdo ass, and I'm just like, God damn, I can't get right with this nigga Zurdo. But I might be right here though.
I know this is Zurochenko, he's improved, but I think the size aside, but Benavidez is better at everything to me as a boxer, and like he's always improving. So, I'm picking David Benavidez on points, but I can see it.
That's not a bad pick.
And I know Pilot. So Pilot, I'm not Pilot. Excuse me, P. So I know you. I guess you're sticking with Benavidez for your
decision.
Pick?
Yeah, Benavidez decision.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 2 Benavidez by decision.
Yeah, I honestly I can see it's Zurdo by decision too. I can see both though, but something's telling me just lean towards Zurdo by decision on this one.
That's where I'm honestly going. I think he's just going to be the bigger, heavier guy, bigger puncher, and he's going to wear Benavidez out. And Benavidez is going to like crawl to the finish line of that fight. Like when I mean crawl, because Benavidez got hard, he's going to go at it, but it's going to be one of those hard to get to the end of the final bell type of fights. It's going to be like a labored, God damn, it took a lot to keep this big motherfucker off of me type of fight.
Right. I can definitely see that too. But I'm at first I was kind of lukewarm about that fight though. But in the last couple of weeks, I've gotten like, I've been like, okay, this is a real fight. Like, I got more into it.
Hell yeah, it's one of the best fights of the fucking year. Think about it.
I feel you too.
But this weekend, the best fight is Zaya's Boots.
Yeah, of course.
And Foster Ford.
Yeah.
Wardley Dubois. Wardley Dubois is up there to me too. Yeah.
Yes. Wardley
Yeah.
Dubois.
Okay, you got those 3. But out of those 5 fights, these are like this could literally be like this is like number 2 and 4.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
That ain't bad for one weekend, nigga.
It's not though, and at least I'm glad too that this is the evening fight, so there's no other card or anything that kind of take the attention away from it. This is like a card on its own, and you can actually sit there and watch it, like without having to flip back and forth on anything. So so
we got a free day during the day.
Or unless you want to watch the English card with Sam Eggington on there, yes, you got a free day in the free card, free afternoon.
Oh, okay, so yeah, we definitely got a fucking free day.
We got some pro box.
But that's Friday.
That's Friday. Damn. Okay.
That's Friday.
But nigga, that's the appetizer shit. Like, Pro Box gonna get that good Friday night meal, nigga.
Yeah.
Pro Box is like wings. Saturday is like, okay, we getting like hibachi now, nigga.
Yeah, hibachi in the morning, and then after that you're getting tacos and shit because it's like Mexican versus Mexico versus Mexico on Benavidez Ramirez. Like,
Jamal would have stood out on this card.
He would have.
No,
he really would have though. The co-main though the co-main is also somewhat interesting. You have like Jose Resendez making his first title defense against Jaime Munguia. Now Munguia, of course, is just like Munguia though has been talking some old bullshit lately because he's like he wants to go back to 160 after this.
What's wrong with him? Wait, because I heard that. I heard he said I might go to 160, but then I saw the next line say he wants to fight Benavidez, who's probably going to be heavy. What the fuck? What's he talking about?
I mean, Munguia. Obviously, Munguia. I mean, ever since he popped dirty for what I think it was like it was testosterone. Where he topped. I've literally kind of like washed my hands of dude. Because dude has been. Dude has been bullshitting for the
no, and he passed out at 160. I'm definitely rooting hard for Resendez to get to not I'm definitely rooting for Resendez. I don't know if he's gonna win, but I am rooting for Resendez to beat Munguia. I like Munguia.
I mean, Resendez is a feel good story in boxing, because I mean this guy got knocked out by Elijah Garcia in an underrated slugfest. Even though I thought both guys were getting hit way too fucking much.
Yeah, that was a fire. Yeah,
but it told us. It told us Elijah Garcia's ceiling, though.
Yeah, it did, though.
In a world of boxing where everybody's saying somebody got exposed, that was an exposal.
Yeah, that was like a fight. I mean, that was like a fight-year contender. I swear to God, that was top 5.
It was, it definitely was. It was. But Resendez at least showed
not a 2019 contender. But,
no, just that year. Just that year. Yeah. But the Plant win. Plant gas, but Resendez was beating that ass. Resendez had a career.
No, it was more than Plant gas. Plant guy's ass beat, and then he
got ass beat, man.
Yeah. Facts. Like, tell it right. Like, I don't want niggas. Don't rewrite the history, nigga.
But on that tip, though, y'all heard Breadman keeps complaining about not being a good camp. He keeps saying that shit. And they paused. They broke up after that. So.
Well, I mean, and I think that's probably more on Plant because Plant, like I said, Plant should have known better, and Plant had been looking kind of ass even before the Resendez ass whooping. You keep in mind Resendez also, was the first guy to stop Jarrett Hurd and stuff like that. So like he's used to upsetting the apple cart. So
Plant had that McCumbee Plant like that.
He's not a fucking opponent.
He's plenty dangerous.
And I think Plant was treating him like that, which he shouldn't, because like Pilot said, like, bro, you're going life and death with fucking McCumbee getting dropped and hurt and shit.
Right.
Like Plant's at a level where, like, I don't feel like Plant overachieved, if we're being honest.
No, you don't have to tell me that, nigga.
That's like, nigga, me? Fuck yeah, he was like. Because honestly, his physical dimensions, he should have achieved more. Like, he should have had better skills than what he shows. Like, he always fought. He's the smallest fighting 6'1" guy I ever seen.
Right.
He's the least physical, imposing 6'1" guy. Like, I don't know how he was winning all these fights in the hood and shit.
But we both said, Shutter, he looks like because James Toney said a few years ago, you should be a lightweight, you should be a light heavyweight. I know he's not the most, his frame and everything, but he's.
Look, James Toney knows fucking boxing, first of all. Let's get that out of the way. And James Toney was right. Look at Caleb Plant's physical dimensions. The only reason why he's not at light heavyweight, because he has that Richard Hitchens and Prograis syndrome. They don't think they're big and strong enough. Even though there's guys in them going to the higher weights and whooping ass.
But the problem with light heavyweights is, and I've said it before, is everyone in that division is a fucking high level puncher, brutal punchers at that. Like that division is like.
But then it's like, you gotta have a high look. But Bivol ain't no high level fucking puncher. Bivol can punch a little, but. He's no high-level great puncher, so you could operate at that division without having, like, crazy knockout power, but you got to have skills, and that's where it comes down to. Caleb Plant, his skills are better at 168, where the size and physicality ain't a bigger factor as it is at 175.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest, if Caleb Plant could make 160, he'd be fighting at 160.
Right.
But he would be draining himself. He'd be getting beat up and shit. So they kept him at 168. But he's a big 168 guy. It's just he don't fight with even his jabs aren't imposing.
Right.
Them wide ass stances, like, bro, come on, half-ass shoulder roll where
I mean,
He getting in the body.
He's got decent footwork, good boxing skills for sure, especially when he was younger and a little younger. But yeah, it's punching.
The footwork and all that shit's decent, but that's just half of it though, man.
Yeah,
like I'm telling niggas overrate boxing skills just because a nigga got nice footwork. I promise you. Mm-hmm. There's more to fucking boxing than just goddamn nice footwork.
100%.
Bro, nigga, you know how much you practice footwork in a boxing gym?
You have to.
You better have some fucking nice footwork. Mm-hmm. It's just y'all overrated when a nigga could move the ring. That's the reason why fucking Shakur said James Toney don't have fucking footwork. Because you never seen James Toney dance around the fucking ring.
No, James Toney was standing in the pocket, trade with you. But
exactly.
Yeah.
James Toney has great footwork, but just not in the sense that most niggas think about it, because they think great footwork is Acelino Freitas running around the ring, Keith Thurman running around the ring, Floyd running around the ring, Roy Jones running around the ring. They don't think about fucking great footwork in the sense of like a guy like Mike Tyson in position to punch, Tony in position to punch, defend, like they only think about just moving around. So that's why niggas say shit like that. But Showbiz, the link with whatever the fuck his name is, he was actually right, with the rare time, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, it's a very rare occasion.
Very rare occasion. Yeah, you can say Floyd the better overall fighter, boxer than James Toney, but defensively, nah, Toney was better. Like, and he proved it against bigger, dangerous guys. Like,
I mean, he had what?
Fucking Sam.
He had like 100.
Yeah, like 100 some fights.
And he got dropped twice.
Think about it, look, bro.
Roy Jones was one time he got dropped.
You feel me? Look, him fighting James Toney fighting Sam Peter twice is like if Floyd fought Golovkin twice.
Word.
And you know that the fuck ain't happening, nigga.
Yeah.
But that's the type of difference in physicality level skill in that, you know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like, all that, yeah, Floyd can fucking run around, move around and shit, but it's one thing doing it against niggas on that level, then it's another thing doing it against niggas like Ruiz, Holyfield, Rock, you know what I mean? Come on.
Right.
You're all these niggas.
Stay in the pocket and counter the fuck out of the roller shots and counter that's elite shit. Like that's footwork right there because he was never in a position to punch.
And Tony could dance too. I mean, Tony could do the stuff you're talking about with Floyd and the other guys.
Yeah. Except he didn't. It's just he didn't do it often.
Yeah, you do it often. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he was economical even when he was younger. Like you don't have to do it. Like I'll be honest. Like I used to do the moving around because I used to think like Shakur thought a little bit. And I used to move around the ring when I sparred and trained. And when you get older, nigga, fuck that. Catch, parry, block, slip. You ain't fuck up moving. Nah, fuck that. Now, you turn up the heat, then yeah, I'll move around, motherfuck that shit, nigga. But come on, like, Pat Wright, nah, like, positioning, knowing when the 3-foot rule, getting in and out and still could counter.
Yeah.
The shit Broner be doing, but niggas don't give him credit for.
He's undisciplined.
Yeah. I mean, like James Toney was at times, but
which he was, which is.
But I know James Toney did a lot more than Broner did in his career, so just reflecting on that. But back to this shit, I think Resendez to beat Munguia, yo. Munguia don't know what the fuck he want to do. Goddamn, ever since he fought that French pastry chef, that nigga ain't been the same. Like,
right. He could even. He wasn't. He won in the rematch though, but he popped dirty. So it's like I can't. And then he hasn't.
I still couldn't even do nothing with him.
Right, he couldn't do not one goddamn thing with that guy.
All he did was just outwork him. Ain't like he hurt him or dropped him a bunch of times. Like he just kept his offense going enough where Sucre couldn't get a shot off.
Right.
Like that's what you do sometimes to some people that you know could fucking hurt you. You keep them from punching you. Offense can be defense sometimes.
And it's still fucking unbelievable. Like that a nigga with 4 knockouts, you know, was the first person to actually lay him the fuck out. You know, that's boxing for your ass right there, nigga.
The boxing guys, but you can't tell me dude wasn't throwing hard.
He was, like I say, like I said, here's the perfect example of like sometimes KO records can be deceiving. Like them 4 KOs were probably.
This is why you watch tape.
Yeah.
Because if look, because think about this, Pat. What if you would have watched a tape of this nigga or several fights and you saw him fight, but you didn't know his record? You just saw his fighter's record. You would go in there thinking he could punch, right?
You just watch his fights and I didn't know his record. I'd say, oh yeah, he could punch. Like he's a puncher.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying. Like, so this is why you watch the fucking fights. Like niggas that look at them like you can't box rec fucking Matrix style wisdom download to your head type shit, nigga. You gotta watch these niggas fight. Yeah,
but I agree. I think Resenez will probably lay a beating on him. I think he's motivated to do so. You know, I mean, McGee is kind of tough. I mean, I'd say he'd probably get him up out there and probably maybe the 10th round or something like that. I think he might force a stoppage there. You know.
Yeah, because Munguia has been stopped. I ain't gonna lie. I can see a Resenez TKO type shit.
Yeah, because Munguia has fought a lot of hard fights. Some of them unnecessary. Like, I mean, that Derevyanchenko fight convinced me, like, you know, ain't no fucking way that that fight didn't do something to him. Like, it was like, there's no fucking way. Like, he's had
a lot of fights. Even fights he won, he can't, like, he had a lot of hard fights for no reason at one point.
Yeah, like I mean, I've had to apologize for calling somebody Jobber Kelly when clearly do put in that extra effort, like, you know.
He was putting an ass whooping on dude.
Yeah, right. Like he was whooping, and then Munguia just happened to got lucky. And I know lucky is not the right word to use on this. We don't like, you know, it's not a good word, but he got lucky.
Man, I feel you.
Well, hold on, real quick, Shutter. What was your pick for Benavidez? The Benavidez and Zurdo.
Oh, you didn't hear me? My apologies.
Zurdo decision, bro.
Zurdo by decision. I think Zurdo is just gonna out physical him. Gonna out Benavidez him, but may not throw us the extended amount of combinations, but it's gonna be a lot of heavy body punching, chest punching, a lot of force you backward, mug you, Hatton type of clubbing, hard physical shots.
Because you see, I know you mentioned about his he might crawl to the finish line, right? So 168. He had a gas tank. The 175 is going to look a little iffy with the gas because, you know, endurance is one of his better traits. At least
Benavidez.
Yeah.
Benavidez still has a gas tank, but I just don't think the reason why it looks like he don't have it looks like his gas tank got affected because Benavidez has to punch a little bit more at those weights to get the same or less effect that he did at 168.
Mm-hmm.
See, at 168, he busts off and go, and the nigga be like, oh shit, bam, 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 bam. Ah. At 175, he go, and the nigga's like, oh, like it ain't. It's like and so when a nigga could take your shit like that, and you still throwing the same amount of punches, it kind of fuck with you because it causes you maybe to burn out a little. Think back to Adonis Stevenson and what's the dude? Oh my god, the Polish cat, bro.
The Polish cat?
Yeah, Adonis Stevenson.
Yeah, I mean, I actually saw.
My god, how we not remember Fonfora.
Fonfora. There we go.
Fonfora. Jesus. Okay, think about it in that sense. Like, when a dude could take your shots and it's your instinct and you naturally throw a lot of punches, you just gonna keep throwing a lot of punches.
Right.
That's why I say Nakatani made an adjustment against Hernandez because he took something off his shots just to keep outboxing dude. He couldn't power box him no more because dude was just walking through everything.
Mm-hmm.
And the dude wasn't throwing back enough, but he still had that intent. Like you could feel when a nigga still want to knock you the fuck out when they in front of you and you outboxing them and shit. That's why we be telling you niggas to box. But yeah, like and this is the thing, Benavidez don't have the footwork, I think, to outmaneuver Zurdo when Zurdo start getting physical. Bivol has that footwork. So that's another reason why I'm picking Zurdo to kind of overwhelm him. Because Benavidez might burn out a little trying to rack up the points, and it's not affecting him and affecting Zurdo like that. Because this cruiserweight, right?
Yeah, of course.
200.
So it's like we ain't never see Benavidez fight at cruiserweight, like, and y'all niggas say he had his limit at 175.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, this might be the fucking like I ain't gonna lie, nigga missed out on that fucking Shadesha Green loss.
This might derail that momentum, because Benavidez for the longest time been trying to break through. He never got that Canelo fight, but now he's this is his chance, right? You know what I'm saying? This is like his chance to take over. They're fighting.
He could be the king of the Mexicans at this point.
But I'm saying they're fighting Cinco de Mayo Day. They're fighting, they're taking Canelo's day this year.
That's what this fight is. This is to see who's going to take the Canelo spot, Zurdo or Benavidez.
Right.
And it's like Benavidez should have really had the spot, but it just Canelo never wanted to pass the torch. Zurdo never really was in contention, but then Zurdo started, reaching his potential at cruiserweight. And so and you ain't gotta dude, them Zurdo fights be like the crowd be fucking with dude.
Yeah.
Like they fuck with him like they fuck with Pitbull.
Do you know, Pat, if he's still with Malik Scott? I heard they might have broke up. Or do you know?
I don't know. I mean, first of all, Malik Scott should be training no fighters.
Yeah, like who the fuck is who is he training? Like
he was training.
He was training Zurdo.
He was for a while. Yeah, he's in his corner.
Get the fuck out of here! When was this, nigga? Like, stop.
It was for a while. I see him on the ring show.
What the fuck is a while, bro?
Like at least a couple of years, bro. A couple of years he was training Zurdo.
Get the fuck out! You serious? He speaking Spanish? He speak Espanol? He speak Spanish?
Well, Zurdo does speak English.
Zurdo can be English pretty decent. Yeah.
I know Zurdo speak English, but I'm talking about fucking like geez, like who whatever. But damn, now you got me thinking about my choice. But I think Zurdo like. It's like how could you fuck up this fight? Nah, I'm still picking Zurdo by decision. Fuck that. But shit, when would damn this nigga like what would they like? They got him like in a sombrero or some shit. I can't recognize this nigga.
Oh yeah, no, he's definitely Malik Scott's definitely he's been in the camps with Zurdo. That's for sure. Yeah.
Wow. And Benavidez still get trained by his father, right? And his people, right?
I believe so. I think he's just assisted. I don't think he was the main trainer. He's just assisted in camps with Zurdo. So he might have just been.
Okay.
Yeah, he's only been the head coach for Wilder and then Ezra Taylor, who's at light heavyweight. Those are the only ones he's actually been. And then work with Gerald Washington too. And obviously you can see where that's going with Gerald Washington shit.
Oh, shit. Hilarious.
And then also just to mention too, Oscar Duarte is also going to be on this card too. So obviously he was supposed to.
This sounds like a good ass fucking card. All right, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's Mexicans versus Mexicans. So and truthfully, I think PBC needs a card like this because the Thurman and Fundora card wasn't really well received in terms of
underwhelmed, son.
Yeah. Yeah, like where at least Mexicans are gonna scrap there. And Duarte obviously he has a chip on his shoulder because of what happened with Richardson Hitchens. Like calling them all types of pussies and stuff like that. And you can't blame him too. Like it was canceled within like 12 hours of the fight.
And then Hitchens still running his mouth about dude. So that's like I ain't gonna lie, that's a little grudge match. Like I need to see that on like a damn Netflix undercard or something. Like that might good, but yeah, he on Zuffa. Fuck him now. Forget it.
Yeah, no, it's but yeah, no, this should be like this. Like this is, I mean, this is one of the rare ones where it's the pay-per-view. It's available on Amazon Prime and also the Zone pay-per-view as well too. So, you can watch on both, or you can go find a casino or Dave and Buster's, or I can't say fucking Buffalo Buffalo Wild.
How about a Jack Dempsey's?
Yeah, not even Jack Dempsey's. No, shout out to P. Actually, in that one, that's still fucked up.
He gonna throw a left hook at a nigga.
That's still fucked up. How the hell do you go to a Jack Dempsey's and they don't want to air boxing? They don't want. That doesn't make no lick of sense.
I could never have a franchise like that. Like how I could be dead and gone. I could just imagine like a Ring Gang Radio restaurant and niggas just go in there and like they're not putting on the grandson of Fernando Vargas kid, whatever, on because they want to see a fucking Ronda Rousey's niece fight somebody or some shit. Like, no, get the fuck out of here. Like, they got to be like a clause where you sign a contract as a Dempsey's franchisee or some shit where you must always air boxing.
Facts. Yeah, that's a whole.
It don't matter if it's one TV. If it's a Telemundo card on the weekend, and they speak Spanish, Portuguese, whatever. Nah, nigga, show that motherfucker.
Facts though, and yeah, well, like I said, if you do want to order it, it's $79.99, on there. So,
ooh.
Yeah,
that's a good card though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, no, it should be a good entertaining card. And like I said though, it's good at least now the weekend. It's spread out, no cards overlap each other, so which is what we need. We need these two cards. We need these pound for pound fights because, like I said, it's gonna set off the next 6 weeks right with fights though. I mean, so that both kind of deliver on that aspect.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, yeah. I personally can't wait for those fights, and like I said, it should be. And of course, like I said, we mentioned before. There is a UK card with Sam Egerton if you want to watch that in the afternoon. If you want an appetizer in between the monster fights and then the PBC card, and then there's Pro Box on Friday. If you want, and obviously, we always say support Pro Box because Pro Box is the closest thing you have to like seeing high quality boxing on. Well, I wouldn't say they're not on linear TV, although they should be. But at least you can easily turn to YouTube and see it right there. It's
consistent, high quality boxing on the biggest, most available free platform in the free world.
Exactly.
Like, and that's not a win, then I don't know what a win is anymore.
Exactly. So yeah, like I said, because like I said, last week was just a little appetizer, but yeah, this one's now we're getting 2 main courses. And like I said, and then and maybe a little dessert in between, stuff like that. So, it should be a good weekend of fights. But before we get out of here, before we get out of here,
hold on. I want the fucking I did see the Krishan fight. It was. I just want to speak on that real quick.
Okay,
that shit was like 3 rounds. I've never heard of a boxing match being 3 rounds before. And it was some of the most wildest fuckery I've ever seen in 3 rounds. Like, it was the most roughest. Like, you're talking about Shorty got slipped and fell. She stood up and right hooked the chick.
See,
I'm surprised nobody got hurt.
I mean, I read about it and I saw a small clip of it and I was not impressed with what I saw. It was it looked fucking wild. Like, what is this?
It was wild, aggressive. Like, with that said, like, I heard there was like 1,000 people there, whatever. Like the crowd rocked with Krishan. Like there is something there with Krishan. There is some type of potential there. She has a great natural like punching ability. Like she get good rotation on her punches. Even though there was wild, hers wasn't as wild as her opponent because her opponents was like throwing. Hers were more like straighter, but coming from the side, kind of. But you know, a straight line is always better than fucking sideways and shit. But she got like better like physical punching mechanics than some like real fighters. Like the thing is, like Krishan, I can see she punches with her shoulders, or which is like, you know, when you punch. Some people they don't when they rotate, they throw their punch before their shoulders are lined up, so they don't get the full extension of the shoulder reinforcing their punch. And she was doing that pretty naturally, which could be hard to get people to do sometimes. I struggle teaching that to some people sometimes. It's hard. Like I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
and she was doing that. Keep going.
Yeah, no, I saw in the tweets though. Basically, people tell Clarissa that she punches better than her and shit like that. I'm like, here we go again.
But you know what? They're not fucking wrong, because there was one. I know you seen the clip where she threw like the overhand and dropped Shorty. That was a hard, like a good shot. Like, but you see the technique. Like you see, her whole body was into that shit. Like when Carissa Shields throws that type of punch, the last time she had to go to heavyweight to drop somebody like that. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But when you throw a punch like that, you're supposed to be dropping bitches. Like when Fundora throw a punch like that, she's knocking someone the fuck out. When Serrano throws a punch like that, she's hurting somebody. She's dropping somebody. You feel me? So yeah, like those tweets were right. Like, yeah, like because she's putting it. And so, but another thing too, she was trying to apply the jab, because she actually landed the jab on a couple different occasions, like a one or two, a double, and then struggle right. But not bad. I would say this is the type of opponent that Tretch and Pepper's daughter was supposed to fight. Somebody who has their first time fighting. Like not an Olympic champion.
Yeah, horrific mismatch. He's got knocked out in 3
punches. Like, bro, like they stole you out to the wolves. Like I would never do that.
She got iced bad.
Ice. Yeah. Like, so you didn't stand a chance. People can say, "Oh, well, she wasn't a boxing champion." It don't matter. She's a champion at a combat sport.
That's technically gonna be the woman knockout of the year. I mean, you know, I can't recall another one. So far.
You see what I'm saying? It's like you just. I hope she got paid for it, but it wasn't worth it. Like, but she seemed like she was a good sport about it afterwards. It's cool.
After she, wasn't Pepper there after her mom was there?
Yeah.
Pepper was there.
At least she was conscious and she could talk about it and kind of joke a little bit about it, you know.
Yeah, Tretch was not happy though.
Yeah, but I hope she learned her fucking lesson with that. But with Krishan, like, I'll say this: it looked like she was taking it way more serious to training. Like, she lost the weight. She looks like back when she was running track.
Yeah.
So she know how to find this though. Like, she's in shape, but it's something still off about her. Maybe like the soul is gone. Something is like, I don't know, but it's like a craziness or a fire. It's something it looks like somebody who, like, something's died inside them or something, and they're just still going about something, and that's fueling them. Like, I don't know, man. It's crazy, but she has this look in her eyes, man. It's just weird. It's different. Like, but she definitely got potential. If that's what keeps her focused and keeps her out of trouble and keeps her away from niggas like Blueface and shit and
type of drugs. So just make sure she just actually
drugs and like if that could keep, then I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Like, I honestly think she could become a name if she keeps going. She just like, look, I don't know how people get trained, but you have to learn to apply the boxing skills and the shit you do on the mitts in real situations.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what's missing in a lot of these celebrity type of training camps when they fight these people, because they shouldn't look as wild and untamed as they do in these fucking fights. If they was doing more type of sparring drills and different shit where they're kind of have to rely on some technique and shit, like, I'm just saying, like, it just, like, I be like wondering, what do y'all niggas just practice punching on the mitts in the bag all day? Like, cause that's good, but that's just one part of it. Like, that's how I'm always doing the drill. I mean, you see on the YouTube shorts and shit, the training drills. I'm always trying to do different drills where you could do the footwork that you could apply in a real boxing situation, a real fight. You could cut an angle, you could duck, you could slip, you could. It's like you gotta, and even when you're doing the mitts, you gotta apply this shit, because if not, you're getting all these niggas. They got some boxing skill. You could tell she trained. It needs to be more refined,
right?
But something's there. Like, I'm not hating. This is just boxing eyes. Like, I wish her the best. It's just something's definitely there. But they got their work to do. They got some work to do. But yeah, other than that, I thought she won her 3 rounds. The girl was fighting back too. Like, it wasn't, that's why it was evenly matched. Like, she was just more wild. So Krishan landed better. But yeah, I guess welcome to boxing. And she could probably become a DC attraction if she stick with it. It look like they fuck with her.
That's probably the plan. As long as she doesn't suffer some sort of shock knockout.
Yeah, like, just keep matching her with like some people on her level.
At least Coach Calvin got a win, because besides Tang, they've been losing. At least they got a W.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, yeah, so he got him a win there. So yeah, but they definitely got something with her. Just they gotta just refine it. Like, but the natural power and aggression is there, though.
Well, I mean, she was a high school track star, so the athletic ability foundation is going to be there a little bit, right?
Yeah, but track ain't always. We don't really look at track as track.
Uh-oh. You got the Shooby-Doo-Wop voice.
Fighting like that. Yeah, just gotta, she just gotta tame her, like, a little, like, refine it, like sharpen it up, refine it a little, put a little tuxedo on the blade or some shit. I don't know, just put a little refinement in the, put some fuel injection or something.
Right.
Clean up the engine a bit, my nigga. But yeah, it's definitely there, and they got their work cut out though. But yeah, it was buzzing on social media. People was fucking with it. Like, that's why I say boxing is boxing. Like, you could make a name in boxing. Like, for some reason, like, if all these other sports was popping like that, people would do it. But no one's no one's just jumping out doing random 2-on-2s like that. No one's doing MMA like that, No one's doing shooting contests and shit. Like, no one's doing serving contests for tennis. Nah, niggas is doing boxing.
That's
Yep,
that's what it is, though. And we got just one more thing. Just do a quick review of Invincible season 4. Like I said, because this was a hell of a season. We usually do obviously the good, the bad, and then what the rating is. So LB, obviously, because we watched it and it was a hell of a season. What was the good from this current season of Invincible?
Like the Viltrumites, man. Like
yeah,
them niggas weren't playing around, God. Like that's what it was, man. The Viltrumites, Thrag, like just the whole war. That was the centerpiece. That was what we was waiting for. It's good to finally see like a lot of seasons and shows, and this goes beyond cartoons and animation, because even in The Wire, like you'll see two forces of pit each other, make out a climax, and a lot of shows don't have that. Like this show did. This show gave you what you wanted. Like you wanted to see the coalition go against the Viltrumites, and you got that.
Right.
They weren't afraid to just give you the real shit, and that's what Invincible did with this season. And I fucked with it heavy. I enjoy every season, but this might be the best one, better than the last one.
Yeah, like this like the action scenes in this fucking season were just so brutal and visceral. Like they were just ridiculously brutal sex scenes. So yeah, that was a huge plus too. And then also too, there's character, like usually like the character, there's like character growth and stuff like that. Like they kind of gave more nuance to the characters in the show, which you don't usually expect on a show like this. Like show like Mark's like had a little moral compass thing going on, or the father kind of turning the corner, trying to atone for what he did, and or the mother trying to become more of a main character in this, or Oliver trying to be Mark and stuff like that. There was just a lot of growth and build up in the characters, which I appreciated very much. And then, like I said, the voice acting was excellent. Especially with Thrag, Flat. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. He has the most brutal uppercut season of all time. That nigga uppercut so powerful. The wind up was pulling that nigga. He pulled up with the uppercut. This nigga was like, "Oh shit, whoa." I ain't never seen no shit like that in my life. Like, they really knew how to play up how strong these motherfuckers were.
That they did.
Crazy.
And how crazy and how crazy the whole Viltrumite culture was, in terms of body your next Viltrumite just to prove that you're actually worthy type shit. It was just like, god damn, but but the stuff that kind of made the show also kind of in some ways, it was also a negative too, because I did feel like this season did focus a little bit too much on a lot of different plots in there and didn't necessarily connect. I know me and LB, we talked about the one episode where they were in hell, and which is by far the most controversial episode of the whole, not just the season, but the whole Invincible, because that wasn't the rating wasn't very high on that one, and it was largely because there was a lot of wickedness in that episode. Even I had to mention it. Even I told this nigga this shit is mad demonic. This shit was there was a lot of controversial shit that was being said by the motherfuckers in there.
That was a fire episode, though, literally.
It was. But they were.
But I felt like the only episode where you could have removed from the season and the season would still be fire. It'd still be dope, because it felt like a true spin-off side quest in the season. It Like like they made it connect to the story, but like it felt like a real side quest. Like everything else kind of went like, 'cause you saw Mark's evolution with the whole.
Oh, he froze again. Oh, pilot, is he frozen? Oh, yeah, you were frozen, LB, if you were
Yeah,
talking.
he's back now. He's back now.
Yeah. My shit was struggling, but yeah, like his whole evolution of like he ain't taking chances with niggas no more. He murking them out. Like yeah.
Yeah, no, it was like I said though, like I mean, if they kind of like I said, if the plots were more connected to like a bigger picture, that I mean, not to say that it wasn't a classic, but it would have just been more classic though. But I just
but this is the thing. The Viltrumite War was the bigger picture. That was the overlying arc of the story in this. Because remember, that was the overlying like main story for like last season and this season too. Like, so I mean, that's why I'm saying like, so you can. I don't know if you can really say if they would have had a better transition because it's like everything led up to this. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's one of the first times where, like, shows were like, "Yo, gonna give us a war," and we kind of got something.
And I hear you too, but I just feel like if they kind of shorten up on the side plots a little bit, it will.
I mean, because what other side plot they? Okay, the episode when that one black nigga had to go with the Chinese guy again, the dragon.
Yeah,
that was another episode, but you needed those to kind of show Mark being Mark though too.
Right.
So I don't know. I really enjoyed the season, and then the second fight with Conquest, and how Conquest is being not taking him serious, and Mark just serious. Like fuck that.
Yeah, he's trying his best, and then Conquest casually maims him and shit like that, like it's nobody's business. I was just like, well, damn. Yeah. This season was no joke, and then even the ending of it, where it's just like, yeah, you know what, we're gonna live among you guys. You're not gonna do anything to stop us. If you do, we're gonna annihilate the planet, and then we're going to use this planet as a way to breed more Viltrumites and stuff like that. And this shit was cold. It's like, yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with that ultimatum?
But the most gangster part about it is how the whole episode, this nigga having the OD PTSD, like he having so much stress and trauma the whole episode. Where Shorty's like, yo, you need to just go and fly and take your head off of this and relax. And the crazy part where he flew, when he saw that nigga already up there, and he almost couldn't believe it. He was blinking like, because he kept imagining motherfuckers the whole episode, and for the episode to really have a nigga really there, that killed it. Like, because I was like, I hope because in my head I'm like, I hope they're building up to this because they're going OD with the stress. Like, and when he saw dude, it's like dude was up there just waiting, like yeah, I know one of you bitch ass niggas will eventually fly up here, like. It just told him, like you said, that nigga said, look, man. So you blew up our fucking planet. We gonna come here, live here. Fuck your bitches, fuck your niggas, all that shit. Do what we want. But we ain't gonna fuck with y'all. Like, we ain't gonna start no shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you don't want us to do that, we just gonna fuck everything up right now. Like, yeah. And he's like, he's like, yeah, and you won't even hear from me after this. Like, I'm cool. Like, I mean, I'm gonna be chilling. And it's like, damn. I think I had to tell him, like, yeah, you probably felt like a bitch, but you saved a million. You saved a billion lives.
Yeah, because sometimes that's all it takes too, and that's why I like how it ended too. It's just like know what, he's like it's duality. It's like he's tortured now. Like he knows what he has to do, but at the same time, it's like if I don't do it, then innocent people will just die. So,
because how bitch it up? Because dude, this was crazy about. It felt like if your parents be like, when you come home from school, you're gonna get a whooping, and it's just like you don't know, like the whole day. That's all you could think about, and the fact when these niggas on the spaceship traveling back on some like, yo, we can't find these niggas. Where are these niggas? Hold on, they on Earth? Hold on, what if they already on Earth? What if they already fucking Earth up? And it's like that shit was just fucking their heads up. Like that shit was like psychological at that point. Because it's like you blow up a nigga house. Just imagine you go into the jungle and you fucking just set the jungle on fire. And because you couldn't kill a grizzly bear, so you say, all right, I'm gonna just fuck your house up, nigga. You ain't gonna have no fucking forest no more, nigga. If you come home and you see bear prints in your fucking yard, nigga, leading to your house, then you look in through the damn window and you see a grizzly bear chilling in your fucking living room. That's basically what them niggas did, and basically. You open the door and the grizzly bear just start talking like, yeah, nigga. So you see what you did, nigga, but I ain't gonna say nothing. But this my house now.
Right.
I ain't gonna eat you. You could live here too, but just know I'm not gonna leave. So, but if you want me to leave, I'm gonna just fuck your shit up and I'm gonna eat you then too, nigga. Like, what can you do to that?
Like I said, it was just the dynamics of it. Like I said, it was just hell of a season, hell of a fucking season.
Classic. And I fuck with Invincible. Like every time I feel like they have a good season, they do some crazy shit the next season. Cause you see remember how last season ended with Conquest and Eve and all them niggas, and that was crazy.
Right.
And Cecil a bitch with Conquest with that whole. Made the mission even harder for them niggas.
Right.
But yeah, the way this shit ended was crazy. That fight in outer space, that one nigga with that one laser that be shooting niggas.
Right.
They brought them creatures. Like, man, like, I ain't gonna lie, dog. Like, Invincible is that show. Like,
this was a 10 for a season. Like,
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, facts. 10, nigga, 10. Yeah, I ain't got nothing else to say. Just fucking 10.
Yeah. So if you haven't watched it yet, make sure you do. Obviously, of course, if you gotta watch the other previous seasons in order to kind of get how 4 kind of operates, though. But yeah, no.
But you'll binge it though. Like you start on season 1, man, you'll get there in fucking no time. Like,
no, it was fine. I gave up after season 2 just because. The break between nowadays the break between seasons is too much for me. It's like 2 years almost. It feels like for all these shows.
Okay, I get you because the break between season 2 and season 3 was long as fuck.
That was it felt that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But bro, like season 3 came back hard as fuck, and then like nigga, you gotta take that back up. You playing yourself.
Yeah. Because everybody talks about. See, I might have to.
Yeah, nigga, you playing, nigga. Like you gotta jump back up.
Because quick question. Because they'll hold me out. There'll be a season 5, right? It's gonna end. There's gonna be another season for sure.
I heard season 5 next year.
Okay.
Like I heard they doing it more like consistently now.
Yeah, they don't want to waste momentum.
Nah, you can't. Not with this show, because that season 2 Because I remember when season 3 came back, I didn't even know that came back. I was like, oh,
because 1 and 2 wasn't that long of a break. It was average.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But 2 to 3 was real long. Pause. So I was like, I might.
But then 3 and 4 wasn't long either though.
Yeah.
Like 3 and 4, like I swear, like last year was like season 3, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
So being back, okay, yeah. But yeah, God, you got to, because I heard the game looked crazy too. I seen the little trailer, and they got all them niggas in the game. I'm like, shit, this look fire. But yeah, you definitely got to get back on that show, bro.
Like, yeah, like I said, definitely watch the season, binge it, everything. Like, like I say, that was just that season. Like it was a hell of a season.
And it's Amazon Prime, right?
Amazon Prime, yep.
Right. Yeah, and I'm sure you could procure other means if If that proves too difficult for you.
No doubt. So I think we've kind of come to the end of our show. Tomorrow, though, when me and Ebba we'll try to get on for like 30 minutes because I watched the Michael Jackson movie and I definitely have my thoughts I want to share about it because it was an experience. So we'll probably, we'll probably pop on, for about half hour just so I just kind of have a conversation and go through it. And then Wednesday we're gonna have our rewatch, as I mentioned before, about Nakatani and Hernandez. With Lukey, with Big Dog Lukey. You know what I mean? So we're gonna be putting in some work this week for sure.
Yeah, I feel like this is gonna be a big boxing week. I got some more artwork to put out. I've been sitting on that Kobe. I gotta put that out. I colored it. And I got the little animation with the Devin Haney, Brian Norman that I forgot to put out. So I gotta put that out there. But yeah, like Ring Gang, the busiest working boxing crew, like online, like real life, online, whatever, because we always got shit. Like our numbers increasing, like we booming now. Like
absolutely.
We had the past, the future, the present, all that shit. But yeah, looking forward to all the episodes that we got later this week. We won't have a music episode this week. But
maybe next week next week we'll probably have it though. But yeah, just because we're doing the rewatch, so that's why it's like
yeah.
Well, technically, the Michael music review, movie review will probably is basically music. So, like
yeah, true, and it'll be like because we haven't gone at a regular live, and I want to do one of those lives. We haven't done one in a minute. I haven't gone solo in a minute either. I feel like we've been dropping a lot of group records, so niggas is like, we need a little Ghostface and Raekwon song right now. So,
no doubt.
So like me and Pat gotta go in the studio tomorrow and lay something down.
Yeah, absolutely though. But yeah, like I said, just stay tuned because Ring Gang always got the hottest shit, the shit that you want and need. So yeah, though for myself, Pat Scorpio doing a representer. For LB Shutworth, the God, the Go artist, for King People Dagobah, and for Conscious Pilot. This has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. So until tomorrow, peace.
Ring gang, 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 gang.